Karen looks like she loses it. Fatima also is losing it. And Maurice is about to have to fight for her virginities. Okay, all jokes aside. What's good, y'all? It's your good sister Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And in this video, I'm going to do a breakdown of the trailer. First things first, I apologize for the poor quality. This is the only trailer I've been able to find because BT does a horrible job of like equipping us and promoting the trailer well in advance of the episode. The high definition version is probably going to drop the day of the episode. So I'm sorry if it's a little blurry or grainy or whatever, but we going to go with what we got because my God. And another thing before I get into it, shout out to Tara Ballish Jordan who DM'd me the trailer. Y'all, if y'all see something, say something. DM it to me on IG or on Instagram or Twitter. Help your good sis out because I wasn't able to find this, and I'm also like in the thick of making other videos. So if you see something, say something, send me over something. I appreciate you, boo, and I just want to take a second to highlight you. Okay, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I have anxiety from watching this trailer. And the way that some of y'all are already like, well, I appreciate y'all not tagging me when you talk at this point because now I guess we have evolved in our creator journey. So like I'm just going into comment sections or I'm like stumbling upon something and people will say my name but they don't at me anymore, which I appreciate. So if you want to talk, cool. I mean, it's either here or there, but like I literally watched this trailer and then in the comment section of this particular Instagram page that posted they were talking about me and literally wrote out my name, Erica Vane, and I was just like, wow, okay, but cool, whatever. Basically they were talking crap about my love for Karen, basically. And to be clear, if you're new here, I actually love Karen and Fatima. Argue with y'all's mamas. You're not going to make me change my mind, so don't even go ahead and try, okay? And specifically because, I guess, of what Karen is doing in this trailer, they just know that this is going to, like, rattle my cage or, like, shake the table. And while I'm a little bit stressed, just simply because of how the drama is building, I'm not really concerned about Karen. Like, she's probably the least of my concern in this trailer. And watch the video all the way to the end so that you can understand exactly why. But I'm going to do how I do the preview videos, and I'm going to go from the beginning to the end, and then we'll probably circle back and talk about things that are not in chronological order, just because this trailer is very deceiving. They do a good job with these trailers. So it opens up with ZAC saying to Fatima with like a little crack in his voice and a little tear in his eye that you deserve better than this. And then she replies, hey, nobody's perfect. And he says, you deserve better than me. And then it's a quick cut to him saying, you okay? And now she's starting to cry and she's saying no. Now, what do I think that this is? Personally, I think that this is after the things that transpire in the house that we see later on in the trailer. I don't think that this is coming in to, you know, Karen and Andi being there and Karen's little outburst. I don't think that this is before him opening up the summons paperwork or whatever. I think that this is afterwards, and I'm going off of that based on, one, ZAC saying that she don't deserve this, but two, Fatima like trying to have that strong facade. Well, not a facade, because she's a strong ass, period. Like she's that girl, okay? That is never going to be disputed. Cool. But to know like her trying to put up the strong front in the first sentence of saying like, hey, nobody's perfect, but then crumbling within this sentence, it's like, okay, it's also starting to weigh on you as it would any woman, regardless of how strong you are. We all get to breaking points. We all approach breaking points, and we could see Fatima getting to that era of her life. She might be approaching a breaking point because it has been a lot. Now, mind you, ZAC has yet to cheat on Fatima specifically. ZAC does love Fatima. Cool. There are in a lot of ways that ZAC has not been meeting her where she's at and what she needs in this relationship. Again, y'all can argue with y'all's mamas. I actually like ZAC as a character. I have liked him more earlier in the series, in probably like seasons 1 and 2, when I understood his F-boy journey a little bit better, and he didn't have resources. He didn't have he didn't have all that he has now. So to me, it made more sense of why he was making the poor decisions that he was making and why he was moving in a way that wasn't really growing, because he was still being oppressed by his circumstances. So I understood it. Now, with him having all of the financial faculties that he could possibly ever want, as well as a partner who is doing exactly what he wants and making him feel exactly how he wants, he has no excuse to not grow. And yet and still he's not growing. And I can say that and still like ZAC as a character. Too many of y'all love to drink the Kool-Aid and jump into these fake cults behind people, and like you have your faves, and that means that you no longer can see any faults in them, any flaws in them, any areas of opportunities in them. And honestly, I pray for you as well as the people in your lives, because I don't want nobody like you in mine. Yes, I'm pretty damn dope. I'm pretty damn intelligent. I'm pretty damn articulate. I'm pretty damn awesome. And a number of other things that are utterly amazing, right? I'm an extraordinary woman. I'm going to go ahead and say that. However, I have my too. And the people around me need to be able to call me on it so that I can continue to be amazing. I can continue to be extraordinary. I can continue to operate in some form of excellence in the seasons of just shining my bright light and being excellent. People are not great without being able to be self-aware and or checked by their circles for their faults and their errors and their mistakes. Too many of y'all, and I didn't want to get on a soapbox about this, but too many of y'all are running around here drinking the Fatima Kool-Aid, which don't mind me because I am too. They look good together, goddammit. They do. To a certain degree, I'm drinking it too, but you also have to be able to speak to the thing. Call the thing a thing. Fatima is not equally yoked emotionally with ZAC in this relationship. She is starting to suffer because of all of the emotional and mental baggage that ZAC comes into this relationship with, and because he is not proactively attacking those areas of weakness for himself. She is carrying too much of the load within this relationship emotionally and mentally, and it's starting to show. That's it. That's all. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Great penis and good money is not enough. It doesn't make a bomb relationship. It could be some really cool things. However, Fatima is the type of girl who needs a solid person, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And ZAC is not yet checking off those boxes. And that doesn't mean that he can't get there. However, he's not working to get there now. I feel like ZAC is in a place of still being in the survivor mode, which makes sense because I ain't even gonna hold y'all. The last 4 months of 2022, I feel like I shifted back into survivor mode. Meanwhile, I had no reason. Like, I was thriving, doing well. However, like, a toxic trait of mine is probably always feeling the need to like hustle and shift back into a survival or lack mindset so I don't ever go back. And then that winds up making me do certain things that just basically sends me back a few steps versus propel me forward. And the same thing is happening with Zachary. Like, let's again call a thing a thing. And what I'm seeing in this first few seconds of this trailer is all of the things that have happened thus far are really starting to weigh on Fatima, and she is trying to be strong for this man. And now it's time for ZAC to be strong for them. And that is going to be more than him telling her to put on a nice dress and let's go on a date. It's going to be more than him trying to pop the question and put this bomb ass ring on her finger. It's going to be more than that. It's going to require Zachary to attack his demons, his issues, all of the things falling out of his closet and handle it. Create a stable and supportive environment where Fatima doesn't feel the need to jump up and fix things for you. Yes, she can continue to support him, but y'all, even like watching last episode and having her say, like, I can call the women and set up the meeting for us to sit down and talk about the custody of your kids. Girl, he has yet to even have initial conversations with this woman. That is not for you to do, babes. It's not for you to do. Yes, you can be there. Yes, you can add, to the conversation because this is also your life as well, but that is not for you to do. Zachary has to be a little bit more proactive in his life, and I'm tired of him throwing tantrums. I'm tired of him having an attitude about all of the consequences to the decisions that he made. You slept with Heather. You did. Now there's a baby. You did it. Okay, cool. It's not the most convenient thing. Okay, cool. You have this woman in your life and you will have wanted her to be your first child's mother and your only child's mother, but that's not the case for you. So now it's time to process that and move the hell on, Zach, and do better. Okay, cool. You love Karen, but you wanted to release Karen, and now you have Fatima, so you don't need Karen anymore, and you're ready to move on with that. But guess what? Karen's pregnant now because what? Y'all decided to get it on in her shop. You threw her up against that wall. You did it. So, you can be annoyed all you want to, but where's the annoyance and aggression for your damn self? Because these are all consequences of the decisions that you damn made. And that's the part that we don't talk about with healing, but I ain't gonna go down that road because we just supposed to be talking about the trailer. But this is what you get when you come here. So if you new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I dive down into the deep nitty gritty of it and we really have conversations over here. And clearly we're gonna have to expound upon this in one of the lives. But like Zach, these are the consequences of your actions. It's time to look them in the face, accept them for what they are, forgive yourself and do better. And stop throwing these goofy ass tantrums and saying you want to be better, but then not doing anything. Let me go ahead and move on, y'all, because I done been on Zach now for about 8 minutes. Ciao. And we only 6 seconds into the trailer. Okay. After that, we get to see Karen. I love my good sis. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This don't make me not love her. Y'all be wanting me to not love Karen. You just be wanting me to just jump on the Karen hate train. And I promise you, I will probably never ever buy a ticket. So just stop. But Karen and Andi are in the next scenes and she's talking about this house pisses me off and she's in the duplex, child. So this is apparently Zach invited her over to have a conversation about the baby. She's going to wind up revealing that he is actually the father and he's going to try to make nice or whatever. They also intercut that with Sabrina and Danni at Andi's penthouse with a reaction because that's probably what the audience was thinking. So this was just clever use of the trailer if I'm going to be 100% honest. And then it goes back to Zach and Fatima in the same moment. And it's not the same moment. It's in the same scene. And it says, don't be combative. I think that this is before Karen actually says that. I think that don't be combative is before Karen says that. Because I do think that there's going to be a little warm up. And then Karen going to get to talking about what pisses her off and yada, yada, yada. And y'all, what I'm going to say is can you blame her? Now, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying can you blame her like she's right. That is not what that means. I'm saying, can you blame her in reference to, do you empathize with a person who was in love with someone who felt like that would be there forever, who subjected themselves and sacrificed quite a bit with this person because they thought that this was going to be there forever? And you wanted to have a baby with this person, but were not able to have this baby with this person. And then now all of a sudden you're able to have a baby with this person and you are fighting through the process of grieving this relationship and actually letting it go. And then you get to see the fruits of all your labor play out for another woman. I just think too many of y'all on the internet who are coming after Karen are lying to yourselves and everybody else, because I know good and damn well a lot of you girls will be acting a monkey fool. Period. I ain't even gonna hold you. 20-something Erica would have been acting a fool because I acted a fool for even less. And again, I'm going to call a thing and I'm going to be honest, but a lot of y'all on the internet trying to be hypocrites. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Now, the narrator then says when the truth is unleashed, and we get to see a moment with Calvin. I think this is just Calvin getting a call from Maurice and is concerned because we also later on in the trailer, we get to see Maurice looking like he's hiding behind or on the side of something. So something is going down with him in jail near the phone. And then we also get a cut to Preston telling Danni that I want you to marry me. Sir, why all of these damn people are rushing? And it's so funny to me how y'all will read Aaron for utter filth. he's a weak man, he need to move on, he is stupid, he is this, he is that. However, he is one of the most solid characters on the show, and I do think that he is the strongest man on the show. I said what I said, argue with y'all's mamas. Aaron, while he wants Karen, is not rushing to marry her. It's not rushing to do all of these things. He understands the ebbs and flows of like life events and like needing to process and like heal and think and be. And that's probably has to do with his struggles with sobriety. So I credit his lived experience, giving him a little bit of perspective and wisdom. But Preston, you just got into Danny's bed yesterday. Y'all haven't even been talking. 2 days ago, you told her you were flying back home to go and propose to the little random girl at the park that you was like, okay, I might as well go ahead and settle for her because you ain't giving me no play. And now you're going to sit across from her on this couch after y'all start talking about her hitting somebody with a car. And then you want to say, I want you to marry me. And you ain't even on no knee. There ain't no roses the third. It's just arbitrary conversation and fodder. Preston, I be trying to root for you. Like, I really do. But it's a hell no, sir. It's a no. Y'all are not ready for that. Can y'all even get into a stable relationship first? But y'all, maybe, let me think. Because I'm looking at this again and I'm like, maybe he's not actually proposing. He's just speaking about his plans for the future. Which I guess I could get with. But also, you thinking way too far ahead because y'all can barely stay on speaking terms, Preston. Focus. This girl has way too many walls up. Too many things that you still need to learn for you to be really thinking about marriage. And honestly, when I see certain like things like this come up, like this with Preston or ZAC talking about, I just want you to marry me and trying to force Fatima to have this damn wedding. All it's doing is triggering in me my annoyance with men who have a checklist and a certain timeline that they're trying to get things done. And when the love that they fall for or the circumstances that they're in don't actually match up with that timeline, they still try to make that damn shoe fit and it don't. And that's how half of y'all wind up in loveless ass resentful marriages because you married the woman that was right in front of you at the time that you want to get married versus picking somebody that you was actually deeply in love with. Again, another conversation for another day. But Preston, just calm down, because no. Now, from there, we get to see what I think is the moments before Karen comes over to the house where I guess Fatima brought the summons back home, or did Zach take it with him? I can't even remember because he said he wasn't going to open it. Fatima like, this is serious. I'm going to damn open it. He's like, cool. That all happened in the last episode. The narrator is saying in this moment, make sure that you're ready. Oh no, this is not the narrator. This is Andi. So it's a voiceover of Andi talking about make sure you're ready when I get there because she's still banging Gary. Girl, go to hell. Anyway, Zach and Fatima are sitting on the couch in that next scene after Danny and Preston, and he opens up the subpoena, I believe, because he got served by Hayden, and it's going to say some crazy stuff because look at his face. Lord, Heather probably wants so much, so damn much. And I'm like, if we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of it, and I know that this is not like real life Tyler Perry, but also like Zach just came into this money like literally 3 weeks ago. So his tax returns still show that he a broke Negro. So if she want to take him to court, she gonna need to do it like next year versus where they're at now, because his tax returns, if they were just to pull all his money, like this stuff literally just is a windfall. She cannot come and try to get money based off of money that he just received randomly out of 3 weeks ago, when his history, if you go back through all his tax returns, if he even filed taxes, showed that he was broke AF. But again, I guess I'll just suspend my imagination for a sec, or my realism, and just get into my imagination and try to make it make sense that Heather can now all of a sudden come and try to take so much money or request so much money from Zachary, whatever. Then from there, y'all, we get a moment of like Andi on the phone with Gary talking about something, be ready when I get there. I think is she still at the duplex when she's saying this? Girl, were they supposed to meet up tonight or tomorrow with the girls? Because I feel like when I first watched this, I was like, Gary, why in the hell are you there? Because she said she was going to call you and tell you if you could come, and then you just showed up, and I missed this little moment because I was too focused on other things that are way more important than Andi and Gary. But clearly she told him to come on over and forgot that the damn girls were coming over tonight as well. So then she set up what is going to be happening later on. Now, before we get to see that, We have a split second where we get to see Maurice by the phones and like looking around the corner, very concerned. So mother got to get up out of there. I don't know what we need to do, but we need to free Maurice ASAP. And then Danni walks in on a naked Gary waiting for Andi to get off of the damn elevator. And then we go back to Karen losing her in the duplex. And then she notices the ring finger. Karen, I'm sorry you can't drink, babes. I'm sorry. But they's engaged, honey. They's engaged. So keep on where you at, boo. Release. I get it. That should be your ring. That's not the truth, y'all. But sometimes, like, when you sit with your friends, you gotta let them get it out. You gotta validate it, and then we can circle back to where we're really at in life. Karen, girl, yes, that should have been your ring. You got the baby, boo. But also, calm it down. Calm it down a little bit, girl. I don't know. Like, I get that Karen's responses are not the best, but I also just understand where they're coming from. And as long as she ain't throwing out the B word no more and throwing hands, I'm like, this is just natural. So like, she's gonna get this out, and this to me is all still her moving through it. Like, some of these things have to happen for you to be able to process and really heal. And again, pulling from my own experience, I did some really, really wild and that when I look back, it was 100% still me on my healing journey, and I had to get certain things out. I had to let certain things out of my body, and I really stayed in things longer than I should have when I did not allow myself to release. So I ain't mad at it. And it's also going to make for really great television, because the episodes as of late have kind of been a little bit boring and like dragging on and tons of exposition. And now we're about to get one of them electrifying episodes, and I'm totally here for it. So those are my thoughts on the trailer. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are you anticipating? What are you loving? I don't actually want to know what y'all are hating. Just tell me what you loving, because everybody tells me what they hate on a regular basis, and tell me how ridiculous they think my takes are, even though they're watching my damn videos. It makes sense. It really doesn't, but okay. Let me know what you loving about Sistas thus far, and I'm gonna jump in the comment section so that I can keep up the conversation with y'all and keep it going. Again, send me something if you see something at ericavane.com on all of your favorite social media platforms. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I think you did, because you made it all the way to the end. So go ahead, hit that like button, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.